Hampshire County is a county in the U.S. state of West Virginia. As of the 2010 census, the population was 23,964. Its county seat is Romney, West Virginia's oldest town. 1762. The county was created by the Virginia General Assembly in 1754 from parts of Frederick and Augusta Counties, Virginia, and is the state's oldest county. The county lies in both West Virginia's eastern Panhandle and Potomac Highlands regions. Hampshire County is part of the Winchester, VA, West Virginia Metropolitan Statistical Area. Name. Although its creation was authorized in 1754, Hampshire County was not actually organized until 1757 because the area was not considered safe due to the outbreak of the French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763. According to Samuel Kirch-Evel's A History of the Valley of Virginia, 1833, the county was named in honor of its several prize hogs. The story goes that Thomas Fairfax, 6th Lord Fairfax of Cameron, 1693 to 1781, who owned the royal grant to the area, came upon some very large hogs in Winchester and asked where they had been raised. He was told that they were from the South Branch Potomac River Valley, now Hampshire County. He remarked that when a county was formed west of Frederick that he would name it in honor of the county Hampshire, England, famous for its very fat hogs. History. Earliest European settlers. Romney was initially settled by hunters and traders around 1725. In 1738, John Pearsall, or Pearsall, and his brother Job built homes, and in 1758 a Fort Pearsall, for defense against Native Americans in present-day Romney. Their settlement was then known as Pearsall's Flats. In 1748, Thomas Fairfax, 6th Lord Fairfax of Cameron, sent a surveying party, including 16-year-old George Washington, to survey his lands along the Potomac and South Branch Potomac rivers. Washington spent 3 summers and falls surveying Lord Fairfax's northern neck estate, which included all of the present-day eastern panhandle of West Virginia. In April 1748, he laid off several lots in an area known as the Trough, about 10 miles, 16 kilometers, south of Romney, and he is known to have been in present-day Romney on October 19, 1749. Oral traditions claimed that Washington laid present-day Romney out into lots at that time, but written records from that era indicate that Romney was surveyed and laid out into lots by James Genn prior to Washington's arrival. Genn was also employed by Lord Fairfax. 18th century, Hampshire County. In 1756, Fort Pearsall was constructed on Job Pearsall's plantation for protection against Native American raids, and George Washington provisioned and garrisoned the fort at various times until 1758. At that time, there were at least 100 people living in the general area. Following the end of hostilities in the area, Lord Fairfax recognized that more settlers would be interested in moving into the area and that he could earn some extra revenue by selling plots in the town. He sent a survey party to Romney in 1762 to formally lay out the town into 100 lots. At that time, he renamed the town Romney, in honor of the Cinque Ports city on the English Channel in Kent. Confusion ensued for several decades concerning land ownership within the town, as counterclaims were made by the original settlers and those who purchased lots laid out by Lord Fairfax's surveyors. The first meeting of the Hampshire County Court was held in 1757 at Fort Pleasant, now Old Fields in Hardy County, and was presided by the Right Honourable Thomas Bryan Martin, Lord Fairfax's nephew. By that time, Hampshire County's population had fallen dramatically as most of the settlers had fled the county in fear of the Native Americans. The only families remaining lived near Fort Pearsall, near present-day Romney, and Fort Edwards, at present-day Capon Bridge on the Cacapon River. The vast majority of the remaining settlers, however, were in the vicinity of present Oldfields, Moorfield, Petersburg, and were protected by the several forts in the area, including Fort Pleasant. Once the Native Americans were defeated at the Battle of Point Pleasant in 1774, settlers once again returned to the county. By 1790, when the first national census was taken, Hampshire County had 7,346 residents, making it the second most populous county in the present state of West Virginia at that time. Berkeley was the most populous county, with 19,713 people. There were 9 counties that comprised the present state, with a total population of 55,873 people. During the Whiskey Rebellion in 1794, many Hampshire County men volunteered to serve under Major General Daniel Morgan to put down the insurrection. The men most likely volunteered at Moorfield in Hardy County and then marched north to Cumberland, Maryland. Approximately 1,200 of the 12,950 men under Morgan's command came from the area that would later become West Virginia. Early churches. Many early settlers of the Cacapon area were German Baptist Brethren, or Dunkers, pacifist farmers who often befriended local natives in frontier areas. Other early missionaries helped to sustain the religious faith of the early European inhabitants. In 1775, 2 Baptist missionaries among a group of settlers moved to the Cacapon and organized the first European church in the county. In 1771, the work of the Methodist Episcopal Church was begun, in which later developments led to the formation of the Methodist Episcopal Church South. In 1753, Hampshire County had been formed into a parish by the Protestant Episcopal Church, and from 1772 to until his death in 1777, Rev. Nathaniel Manning served on the glebe near present-day Moorfield. In 1787, a primitive Baptist church was established at North River. Soon after the American Revolution, there was preaching by the Presbyterians at different points in the county. In 1792, a Presbyterian church was organized at Romney and another, Mount Bethel Church, at 3 churches. Early industry. The wide lowlands of Hampshire County certainly invited agriculture, and fields of wheat and tobacco surrounded the important truck patch of the settler. The rolling uplands offered pasturage for horses, cattle, sheep, and hogs, which were driven across country to market at Winchester. The streams abounded in fish, and the mountains contained not only game but timber and stone for early settlers' homes. The limestone was burned for lime at Bloomery Gap, where remains of old lime kilns give evidence of an early industry. Soon it was discovered that some of the strata contained iron ore. Much of it was transported to present-day Kaiser, from an area along South Branch Potomac River south of the present limits of the county. In Bloomery Gap, a ruined furnace still stands, mute evidence of another former industry. In the early days, the increasing population stimulated not only farming and grazing but every industry of a new country. Hampshire County was also known for its many gunmakers, located on or near the main road from Winchester to Romney. Among them were Henry Topper, Jacob Klein, George Young, Benjamin Shane, George Glaze, William Britton, and the Sheets family. 19th century Hampshire County. The building of the Northwestern Turnpike, U.S. Route 50, was an integral part of the development of Hampshire County. General Daniel Morgan first suggested the road be built in 1748, but his recommendations were not acted upon until the 1830s. Colonel Claudius Crozat, a Frenchman who had previously worked for Napoleon Bonaparte, engineered the road which connected Parkersburg with Winchester, Virginia. The turnpike traversed Hampshire County, stretching through the communities of Capernbridge, Loom, Hanging Rock, Pleasantdale, Augusta, Frenchburg, Shanks, and Romney. Through the years, Romney became an important rest stop for travelers on the turnpike. This aided the local economy as hotels and taverns began to appear in the area. During the American Civil War, the Hampshire Guards and frontier riflemen joined the Confederate Army. Although there were no major battles in Hampshire County, Romney changed hands at least 56 times during the war. It was often a case of one army evacuating the area, allowing the opposing army to move into the town. This places Romney second behind Winchester as the town that changed hands the most during the American Civil War. On June 11, 1861, it changed hands twice in the same day. Some local Hampshire County historians speculate that Romney actually changed hands more than Winchester, but there are no surviving records to support the claim. Geography. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the county has a total area of 645 square miles, 1,670 square kilometers, of which 640 square miles, 1,700 square kilometers, is land and 4.4 square miles, 11 square kilometers, 0.7%, is water. Major highways: U.S. Route 50, U.S. Route 220, West Virginia Route 9, West Virginia Route 28, West Virginia Route 29, West Virginia Route 127, West Virginia Route 259. Adjacent counties: Allegheny County, Maryland; north, Morgan County; northeast, Frederick County, Virginia; east, Hardy County; south, Mineral County; west, rivers and streams: Potomac River, Cacapon River, Capon Springs Run, Dillon's Run, Edwards Run, Mill Branch, North River, Grassy Lick Run, Tearcoat Creek, Burwallow Creek, Little Cacapon River, North Fork Little Cacapon River, South Fork Little Cacapon River, North Branch Potomac River, Green Spring Run, South Branch Potomac River, Big Run, Buffalo Creek, Mill Creek, Mill Run. Natural landmarks: Rio Turtle, Mountains South Branch Mountain, 3,028 feet, 922 meters. Pinnacle Ridge, 2,844 feet, 866.85 meters. Nathaniel Mountain, 2,739 feet, 834 meters. Mill Creek Mountain, 2,648 feet, 807 meters. Cacapon Mountain, 2,618 feet, 797 meters. Spring Mountain, 2,436 feet, 742.49 meters. Spring Gap Mountain, 2,237 feet, 681 meters. North River Mountain, 2,149 feet, 655 meters. Cooper Mountain, 2,028 feet, 618 meters. Baker Mountain, 2,024 feet, 616 meters. Patterson Creek Mountain, 2,005 feet, 611 meters. Sidling Hill, 1,930 feet, 588 meters. Little Cacapon Mountain, 1,575 feet, 482 meters. Ice Mountain, 1,489 feet, 453 meters. The Devil's Nose, 1,121 feet, 341 meters. Other geological formations equals Crawdy's Castle, Hanging Rocks, Mechanicsburg Gap. The Trough. Demographics. 2000 Census. As of the census of 2000, there were 20,203 people, 7,955 households, and 5,640 families residing in the county. The population density was 32 people per square mile, 12 per square kilometers. There were 11,185 housing units at an average density of 17 per square mile, 7 per square kilometers. The racial makeup of the county was 98.04% white, 0.83% black or African American, 0.24% Native American, 0.16% Asian, 0.02% Pacific Islander, 0.12% from other races, and 0.59% from two or more races. 0.55% of the population were Hispanic or Latino of any race. There were 7,955 households, out of which 31.30% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 56.70% were married couples living together. 9.50% had a female householder with no husband present. And 29.10% were non-families. 24.60% of all households were made up of individuals, and 10.60% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.49 and the average family size was 2.94. In the county, the population was spread out with 25.10% under the age of 18, 7.10% from 18 to 24, 27.60% from 25 to 44, 25.60% from 45 to 64, and 14.60% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 38 years. For every 100 females there were 99.70 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 97.30 males. The median income for a household in the county was $31,666, and the median income for a family was $37,616. Males had a median income of $28,884 versus $19,945 for females. The per capita income for the county was $14,851. About 12.90% of families and 16.30% of the population were below the poverty line, including 22.70% of those under age 18 and 13.10% of those age 65 or over. 2010 Census. As of the 2010 United States Census, there were 23,964 people, 9,595 households, and 6,606 families residing in the county. The population density was 37.4 inhabitants per square mile, 14.4 per square kilometers. There were 13,688 housing units at an average density of 21.4 per square mile, 8.3 per square kilometers. The racial makeup of the county was 97.2% white, 1.0% black or African American, 0.2% Asian, 0.2% American Indian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, 0.2% from other races, and 1.1% from two or more races. Those of Hispanic or Latino origin made up 1.0% of the population. In terms of ancestry, 29.0% were German, 12.9% were American, 11.9% were Irish, and 8.0% were English. Of the 9,595 households, 29.9% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 54.3% were married couples living together. 9.1% had a female householder with no husband present. 31.2% were non-families. And 25.8% of all households were made up of individuals. The average household size was 2.44 and the average family size was 2.91. The median age was 42.6 years. The median income for a household in the county was $31,792 and the median income for a family was $45,447. Males had a median income of $36,828 versus $25,347 for females. The per capita income for the county was $17,752. About 11.0% of families and 16.4% of the population were below the poverty line, including 20.1% of those under age 18 and 18.2% of those age 65 or over. Politics. During the Virginia Secession Convention, Hampshire County voted against secession, but much of this vote was within what is now part of heavily Unionist and Republican Mineral County, which was detached from it after the war. Following the detachment of Mineral, which was not to give a Democratic majority before 1936 or after 1976, Hampshire County became solidly Democratic, not voting for any Republican candidate between 1868 and 1952 inclusive. However, since 1968, Hampshire County has not voted for any Democratic presidential candidate apart from Jimmy Carter in 1976. And since 2000 it has suffered the same drastic declines in Democratic support as the rest of socially conservative West Virginia. Education. Public schools. Hampshire County Schools. West Virginia Schools for the Deaf and Blind. Private schools. Maranatha Christian Academy. Slanesville Christian School. Parks and Recreation. County Parks. Central Hampshire Park. Augusta. Green Spring Recreational Park. Green Spring. Hampshire Park and 4-H Camp. Romney. Romney Recreation Center. Romney. Shanks Roadside Park. Shanks. Wildlife Management Areas. Edwards Run Wildlife Management Area. Fort Mill Ridge Wildlife Management Area. Nathaniel Mountain Wildlife Management Area. Short Mountain Wildlife Management Area. South Branch Wildlife Management Area. Wardensville Wildlife Management Area. National Forests. George Washington National Forest. Communities. City. Romney. Town. Capon Bridge. Census designated places. Green Spring. Springfield. Unincorporated communities. Magisterial districts. Bloomery Magisterial District. Capon Bridge Municipality. Capon Magisterial District. Gall Magisterial District. Mill Creek Magisterial District. Romney Magisterial District. Romney Municipality. Sherman Magisterial District. Springfield Magisterial District. Notable people. See also. Media related to Hampshire County. West Virginia at Wikimedia Commons. Edwards Run Wildlife Management Area. Fort Mill Ridge Wildlife Management Area. List of historical highway markers in Hampshire County. West Virginia. List of place names in Hampshire County. West Virginia. List of secondary state highways in Hampshire County. West Virginia. Short Mountain Wildlife Management Area. South Branch Wildlife Management Area. USS Hampshire County. LST 819. National Register of Historic Places listings in Hampshire County, West Virginia. Bibliography. Brannan, Selden W. 1976. Historic Hampshire. A Symposium of Hampshire County and Its People. Past and Present. Parsons, West Virginia. McLean Printing Company. ISBN 978-0-87012-2361. OCLC 3,121,468. Federal Writers Project. 1937. Historic Romney 1762–1937. Romney, West Virginia. Federal Writers Project. The Town Council of Romney, West Virginia. OCLC 2,006,735. Hampshire County Extension Homemakers. 1991. Hampshire County, West Virginia. A Pictorial History. Marceline, Missouri. Hampshire County Extension Homemakers. Walsworth Publishing Company. ISBN 978-1-60354-047-6. OCLC 51,940,415. Kirchhevel, Samuel. 1833. A History of the Valley of Virginia. Winchester, Virginia. Samuel H. Davis. Maxwell. Who? Swisher. Howard Llewellyn. 1897. History of Hampshire County, West Virginia from its earliest settlement to the present. Morgantown, West Virginia. A. Brown Borner, printer. OCLC 680,931,891. Munsky, Roberta R. Kearns. Wilmer L. eds. 2004. Hampshire County, West Virginia. 1754–2004. Romney, West Virginia. The Hampshire County 250th Anniversary Committee. ISBN 978-0-9715738-2-6. OCLC 55,983,178. Official Hampshire County website. Historic Hampshire homepage. Hampshire Review newspaper.